What's up, guys? We got another video. This one is woman admits that most women will be alone forever. Let's check this one out.
I'll tell you why there's such a struggle right now for the single mother. One, society does not support single motherhood. There used to be this thing like, oh, you're a single mother, let us help you. Nobody cares anymore. But the biggest thing that people don't talk about is fewer and fewer men are willing to be stepdads.
That's straight, true, realest shit she ever wrote. It's a dirty game and nobody wants to play it because women with kids don't treat men who make an attempt to be in their lives. They don't have a fair shake. They don't. Whenever there's an issue, whenever there's drama, when it comes to the kid, then all of a sudden that guy is not their father. Okay? He's restricted on doing things until it benefits her. If it doesn't benefit the woman or the child, then, you know what I mean, it can't be done. If you're not paying for her kids' haircuts or buying them dinner or food or lunch, that stuff is cool if they're doing that. But the minute you try to discipline that child, then there's an issue. Let their father deal with it, or you're not their father. And the kids will snap at you in that regard as well.
One of the biggest family secrets has always been that oldest child does not belong to him.
Facts.
That oldest child does not belong to him. Everybody knows it but the oldest child. And there are fewer and fewer men that are willing to sign up for it. And I do believe it's because of the child support laws. And it just takes a lot of money. So please understand that if you become a single mother, you're probably going to most likely raise that child by yourself for the rest of your life. And the men who create single mothers, they hate their single mother mom. So they really don't give a damn about you. They low-key hate her ass. So they're going to hate you too. The moment you look like, act like, and start talking like her. I keep posting these videos because I hope that I save at least one young lady. Do not have a baby with a man until you have been married to him for at least 2 years. At least 2 years.
That's not going to happen, though. I mean, there might be some cases, but guys, good luck with that. Okay? Good luck with that.
Because once you become a baby mama, you will probably most likely die a baby mama in today's society. These men are not for it anymore.
I'm going to tell you right now, I mean, she's giving you the secret sauce. She's showing you how the sausage is made. If you go behind the curtain, I mean, that's what you're going to get 9 times out of 10. You are. Because the average man who looks at a woman with kids, they see them as a plaything and a plaything only. Because most men know, I'm not going to take that responsibility because I know it's not going to be a fair shake. It's just not. And what advantage do you have as a man to take on the responsibility of someone else's children? Like, what are you doing in that regard? It doesn't make any sense, guys, at all. But people keep trying to do it, and the results are always the same. Single mothers, single quote-unquote baby mamas, like she calls them, they end up dying on that cross.
She is 1000% correct. She could not be any more accurate. There's only one additional thing that she probably missed that needed to be expounded upon, and I'll talk about that shortly. But I think that the most important thing that needs to be taken away from this video is that men are unwilling. And not only that, there are men like me that have large platforms that are willing to beat this thing into the ground because I don't want to see my brothers. I don't want to see my fathers. I don't want to see my uncles. I don't want to, and I'm not saying figuratively or literally, I'm not saying that. I'm saying figuratively, guys of all ages, demographics, colors, and all of that stuff. I didn't experience that. I have both my mother and my father in my life. I am not a baby daddy, And so I just came from the gym and working out with my daughter, and we have a really great relationship, and everything is awesome. Kept my family together, been married for 21 years. But I've seen too many guys, and I've watched too many dudes fall, and been on too many coaching calls. And I am an adamant advocate for the idea that you should not go and play another man's save game under any circumstance. It is a zero-sum game. And if you leave it up to people like us that have huge platforms, all of them is going to be alone. And that's just the facts, because I think that the biggest thing that she said that was a solution, because I do believe in solutions, is that she said you should be married. But she didn't just say get married, because some of y'all think that get married enough because you still choosing the wrong person. And she said y'all should be married for at least 2 years. That means that y'all live together. That means that y'all might have been through some things. You understand each other. You've truly taken your vows serious. You're not trying to get an annulment. You're not getting divorced as soon as you get pregnant. We know that women statistically leave their relationships 70-80% of the time. And even when the guy is the one that filed for divorce, he usually files for divorce because she already basically been gone for a long time. And that's not to say that's every situation, but that is a large portion of what we see in our communities. And not only that, it knows no bounds. It's just exponentially greater of a number of women that is doing it in the Black community, but it's happening in all communities. And so what guys are now saying, and it's every demographic, they saying, listen, whereas before the boomers and the Xers and even a few of the millennials were willing to get with women and say, you know what, I'm willing to be a stepfather and I'm willing to play another man's save game, even though some other guy caught the bad end of the stick. For some reason, I think that I'm better than he was.
And that's how it used to be back in the day. It used to be more prominent. Those things would happen more often, where another guy would come in and pick somebody else's slack up. And these days are different. These times are different financially, in just so many different ways now that it's just not worth it to do that. And then if you're dealt with the responsibility of these kids after a divorce or a breakup or whatever, guess what? You're now officially on the hook for another man's child or children that you have to provide for that aren't even yours. So if the relationship goes sour, no matter what the circumstance, you're on the hook for that. So that's a lot of things. People are getting wise. Men are getting wise to the game and really realizing that this game can't be played like this, because men already get the short end of the stick when it comes to divorce, when it comes to breakups. That's usually how it works. Even in domestic disputes, most of the time, you get into an argument, the female will call the cops. 9 times out of 10, it is the male who's going to jail, not the female, right? There's just a lot of things that over the years people got tired of dealing with, or they didn't want to see themselves in those situations. So now a lot of men are moving with caution. And when they see a woman with children, it's a cautionary tale, okay? Not saying not to, quote unquote, mess with them in a physical way, have sex, whatever. That's one thing. But when it comes to getting serious or committing to that person, that's when they put their shoes on and they get to stepping, because that's as far as it goes, all right? And women need to catch on and get wise and start thinking, before I decide to give somebody a child or have babies by this person, that person, they really need to start wondering what it's going to look like for them out there if it doesn't work. If you're just choosing anybody out of the sky, if you're grabbing these Pookies and these Ray Rays, you better think, and you better think twice, okay? Because then you're going to be left holding a bag. You're going to have kids. He's going to be nowhere in the picture, and no man is going to want to touch you when it comes to relationships with a 10-foot pole.
And women, was finessing guys, acting like, no, you know what? My standards is higher than they ever have been before. And I'm a better woman because I learned from it. I just watched my homeboy get burned. And he ain't have no kids. And he went into a relationship, and he a super good guy, make a dope amount of money, really, you know what I'm saying, have all of his stuff together and whatever. And I seen a chick just completely trying to do a story time on this dude on TikTok. It's crazy. And I warned him, but he had to learn the hard way. But at the same time, he wound up getting out of it. And this is his second time actually dodging a bullet, because it was a chick that was trying to have a baby by him. I'm not gonna get into that, but my point is that um, we have a support system now, and we have groups of guys that are willing to make sure that you understand that if this is the road that you're going down, and if you decide that you want to be a step crash dummy, then you're going to have to understand that there are severe consequences that come along with it. And those severe consequences first start with the fact that when you get divorced, because a lot of y'all decide that y'all want to adopt another man's kids, that means you are absolving him of any future responsibilities and you taking that on yourself. The second thing that she said is, we refuse to update family court laws. Family court laws is probably the most archaic, outdated system that has ever existed or that is still in existence in the United States of America. And we refuse. As a matter of fact, people advocate against updating family court laws. It has become a racket. It has become a Ponzi scheme. It has become a filter of men's dollars so that they can support lawyers and judges and a system that keeps people employed, as well as keep women on the system and tied to the federal government instead of keeping their families together and incentivizing them to get married before they carry. And we have no penalty. You know what I'm saying? There is no recourse. There is no backlash. Historically, the more children a woman has, the more she getting food stamps, the better she has a situation when it comes to Section 8. And you just create this cycle within the communities that absolutely ruin children. And now we got some of the worst children that we've ever seen before, and it's just getting out of control.
Broken families, and that shit matters. I'm telling you right now, it matters to have both parents in the house. It matters tremendously. And when you don't have that, the stats are against you. I'm not saying every family or every child goes through this, but a lot of them do. The majority do. Okay, the majority of families with both parents are in way better shape than without. Okay, if a kid's going to be a bad kid and do what bad kids do, that's one thing, right? No matter how many parents you have in the household, that's just that. It is what it is. But statistics are basically saying that you have a better chance, a much better chance, with both parents in the household. That's just what it is. And a lot of black families don't have that because of this this farming that has been going on, where these women are doing this with a bunch of different dudes and having kids, a sloth of them, and expecting other men to pick up the slack, and men aren't going for it anymore. That's just what it is. And now these women are just playthings, and that's all it is, guys. Men don't take them seriously anymore, and that's just the nature of the beast.
And so this woman is deadly accurate. She is deadly accurate. The one thing that she said that men don't like about the possibility of becoming a stepfather is family court laws. That's the only thing that I would change in her argument. I would say that men just don't want to be hustled at all. Men don't see the benefit of doing ready families instead of being able to create your own family. And they work too hard, and they've been grinding, and they've been hustling. And so they're very, very much careful, and they're reminded every single day, because when I jump in the algorithm, you're not going to be able to do something without coming to the front of the congregation and having a come to Jesus moment, because I'm going to give you example out of example out of example. And let me tell you what else is actually ruining women's chances of finessing guys, is the fact that y'all feel comfortable jumping on these applications and talking about exactly what it is that y'all talking about. You're doing story times. You're talking about how you want to decenter men. You looking to finesse guys. You feel comfortable with being 304 talk. You just saying all of the things, and we can see it now. So now
they're just dummies. I mean, there's a lot of dummies, and that's what surprises me. Like, how many women are out here thinking that getting on these platforms is going to help them, when in essence, guys, it's really just shining a light on what's been going on for years now. And this is what we deal with now. This is what men deal with. You have to go up against this culture that men aren't shit and the women are always right. That's what a lot of these women are being bred on as well. They turn on their phones and this is what they have in front of them. And without the parents, without the guidance, and a lot of these women's lives themselves, this is what you get, right? A lot of them have daddy issues. A lot of them have a lot of shit going on in the background. And as a result, you get these broken women who do all this stuff on social media. And I'm personally enjoying it because I'm using it. I mean, they're just giving me a bunch of free shit to, do content on. But it's also a sad thing, especially if you have daughters, that, you have to really work hard. I'm going to have to work extremely hard for my 5-year-old. I am going to have to, you know what I mean? To teach her the right way, as opposed to what's going on out here and what people are deeming is cool or whatever. Like all these clowns out here, like there's so many clowns out here right now, guys, that a lot of these kids are looking up to. It's crazy. Cardi B is one of them. There's just so many, okay, that are out here, and they think it's cool to, have a baby by another guy with multiple babies and still being married to somebody else. Like that shit is cool to them. And there's people out there who actually will go and look at these posts and will give it a thumbs up, or will cheer them on, or congratulate them for that. And this is the problem. That is the problem that I have personally, because these people should not be praised. Okay. They should be ridiculed. That's the problem.
I look at it and I say, hey, look, guys, look at what's happening over here. How do you think that we should think about this? How do you think that we should react to it? And how do you think that this is going to play out for you, for the sucker that decide that he want to jump into her comments, or you want to fly her out, or you want to step for her, and then he want to be a step crash dummy as a result of it. And so it is. This woman is so on it, and she's so at it. We are finally now starting to see a generation of women that is dying alone, or a generation of women that, and I'll do another one for you guys. It's a lot of guys that's son husbands, and so the mother, she never did what she was supposed to do as far as the man that she was supposed to be with, and she leaned to the son for companionship and to take care of her in a way that she should have been leaning into the person that she was in a relationship with. And I'm a huge advocate for family. And so what I say is that you need to go back to your child's father, but people reject that. But we gonna see. Time tells all.
That's going to do it, guys. That's the end of the video. And yeah, he said it best. Time does tell all. Everything will eventually come to the light. You reap what you sow. All those things are true. If you're out here playing these dirty games, then you're going to get dirty. And that's just what it is. But anyway, I want to thank everybody for watching the content. If you enjoyed what you saw, please consider hitting that like and subscribe button. If you have something you would like me to react to, hey, don't hesitate, send it, and I will check it out and most likely do a video on it, guys, and definitely give you a shout out as well. So with that being said, I'm going to get out of here, guys, and I will see you guys in the next video.